Hello, I'm Dylan.
I'm Summer.
This is Really Playing Games, the show where we play games. Really? It's been, I think, over a month. This happens sometimes. But we're here now, and I'm really pumped for this game, but I'm also really pumped to catch up. Summer, how have you been?
Great. Oh, geez. I've been good. I am an eepy girl today. I'm usually sleepy, but I've been staying up really late, and also the time change like truly fucked me this
Oh
year.
no.
I feel like usually time changes don't impact me that bad, but um, for whatever reason this year, I just got absolutely bodied by it where like not only is like my sleep schedule feeling super off, but also the sun, it's been really sunny too, which is it's been super rainy here.
Yeah.
So like it's like the sun came out and we had the time change at the same time. So then I was living in this like twilight zoney weird nebulous time space where it was like brighter and lighter, longer, and the
Mm-hmm.
time doesn't say what I feel like it is, and like et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
Um, and so that's been rough. And then, um, yeah, I've been good. Did traveling for the first time in 5 years,
Yeah.
5 years, which was really, I was really, really anxious about. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I did kind of get like a little bit sick when I got back. I took probably like 10 COVID tests over the course of a week and a half. And I was also tested for strep and the flu
Mm-hmm.
and didn't have anything. So I'm just thinking it's just like haven't been anywhere in a long time and got kind of sick. But I was the only one who got sick. So I was really thankful for that too. I still isolated from my family just in case,
Right.
but did a lot of sleeping and I've been kind of tired since then too. But
Yep.
it was good to know that like I could do it and wasn't gonna die of anxiety because that's what it felt like. I was so anxious about just like
Yeah.
literally leaving the house for any period of time. But like thankfully, like not having my mother-in-law came here and stayed with the girly,
Mm-hmm.
so that we didn't have like baby traveling, which would have been fucking miserable, I feel like.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
because like Wes is old enough that you can talk to him.
yeah, yeah.
and
And like
and like talk about safety and whatnot,
yeah,
and Ren is not.
yeah. And like he's also old enough to like wear a mask and
Hmm.
like she is too little. She's too itty bitty. So he was really, really good at about it. Um and it was good. It was pretty good. I'm really happy to be home and just like back in my usual route, even though I'm not really in my usual routine because I'm been sleeping a lot and
Hmm.
my sleep schedule is so fucked up. But um
A
but
same.
when is it not? I can't remember the last time my sleep schedule was like normal and good. Um but I've been doing lots of role play stuff. I'm getting ready to me and Lauren and Allie are concluding our campaign by the end of the month that we've been playing for 2 years,
Yeah.
and I'm big emotion about it. We're playing a week from yesterday and then the following week, um, which I'm very excited for. I'm finally actually playing Baldur's Gate, actually doing it.
Yeah.
I have been through the intro sequence like 4 or 5 times, and then that's the last time I play. I make the character, I go through the intro, whatever. Then I get overwhelmed and I'm like, I can't do this anymore. But
That's enough.
now I have like a because Lauren was like, you really need to like play it. Like you really
Yeah.
need to like play it. And I was like, I need a dedicated time and space in which to play it. So now I play it on Thursdays from 4 to 7, like a campaign, and it's been really fun and I really enjoy it. I'm playing a
Nice.
really big beefy boy, huge huge boy who is a rogue, and it's really fun because he's so big and he's got bright red hair, and then he's just sneaking everywhere, and it's so funny to me because he's massive.
I love
um
that.
yeah, and his name is Masterson. It was just like one of those moments where like it takes me a long time to pick names for characters, even for
Hmm.
something like Baldur's Gate, where I'm like, it's fine.
Oh,
Like,
I know.
whatever. It takes me a very long time, and I'm very particular about my names that I choose for my characters. But it literally just came to me. I was looking at his beautiful face, and I just went Masterson and just named him, and it was great. I felt
Nice.
so inspired in that moment. Um, but that was great. I watched Poor Things. I'm thinking about all the things that are
How was
sitting
that?
in my brain heavy. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
It was like uncomfortable and really beautiful, visually stunning. Emma Stone was insane in it, really good. It this the message was insanely clear. Like men yucky predatory like behavior. It was very, very clear. It was really good. I really liked it. I've read a lot of discourse about it too, and people being like having big opinions about it and like being like this is why the movie bad and like all the guys were bad, and it's like, yeah, that's the fucking point. They were all preying on this like
the
really
discourse about the
vulnerable
Barbie
woman.
movie.
That's it's like everybody's like, well, why would everybody was like trying to like take advantage of her. It was like, yeah, that's the point. That's literally the point. It was supposed to make you feel that way. It was great. I really loved it. I thought it was great.
Hell yeah.
I'm trying. Those are the highlights. Those are the highlights, really.
Hell yeah.
I got to be an absolute bitch in roleplay. Like, I love being mean in roleplay. I don't get to play villains anymore. And then this morning on stream, so I am playing a criminal this time in 4.0. And I've been keeping a book on me. So you have notebooks that you can keep notes in, like actual, and like you can go through it, right? Like anyone can read it. And so I've just been keeping notes on the criminal activities that we've all been doing, like pretty extensive notes.
Oh no.
And I knew, like, okay, so like obviously OOC, I was like, this is going to get taken and read at some point.
Yep.
Like it's going to be taken by cops and read. And like I had plenty of opportunity to put it up. I had it on me today. Lane finally got cuffed by the cops for the first time today, and they read the notebook, and it has a hit list in it with a cop on it. It has it has the name of our drugs, like it has everybody's names in it. It has like our prospecting rituals, like it literally has everything in it. But the guy wasn't gonna charge me with anything because I hadn't really done anything except for run away from him. And so he read the whole book, and it's so drama because it's like I wanted it to get taken and read, but the situation in which it got taken and read was I was so tilted about getting caught. Like I was like, why right now? Why now? But it's fine. It's really funny. So I'm excited to see where that goes. I don't think it'll go anywhere, unfortunately. Like, I don't know. The cops have been super down bad in 4.0. So even if you hand them literally an entire book of, they basically aren't letting so much tea, Dylan.
Oh no. We need to catch up on the stuff. I've been told I need to ask you about the list of reasons why Tom hates lesbians.
Oh my.
So yeah, we're gonna have to catch up at some point.
Yeah, but it's basically they weren't letting returning cops come into the server, or like come back as cops. They like were taking only new characters.
Yeah,
but a lot of people made their old characters, obviously, and so the cops have it's been a shit show. It's been really funny, and it's been a shit show to witness from a distance and only know tangentially what's going on. But yeah, I don't think it'll go anywhere, even though I literally handed them an entire book of like raid-worthy information. But it is what it is. We'll see what happens, but it's spicy. The perceived pressure is still fun, right?
Yeah.
Like, even if it doesn't actually go anywhere.
Well, and do you still have the notebook?
Yeah,
so it can go somewhere later.
Yeah, well, I roleplayed taking out all the pages and putting them in a box and hiding it on the beach. So like, I was like, keep it safe, put it away. It's too late. They already saw the whole thing. But he was like, it was Den Shiesty, which I don't know if you're familiar with that character. But I'm trying to think of what his other 3.0. He was Tommy Tate's best friend. Oh. In Corpo Kid days.
Yeah.
I don't remember his other character's name. Yes. But he saw the hit list and he was like, "You're not going to put me on that, are you?" And I was like, No
witnesses.
That's crazy. Why would I do that? And I immediately put him on the hit list. So
I mean, if you didn't take pictures, then it's your word against his.
Don't go through my diary, man. And even if he did, he wasn't on there before. So, and then I added to the bottom of the hit list /J, so that like It's just a joke.
It's just, you're just kidding.
Dean Quincy. Ashura, thank you so much. Thank you. Could not remember his fucking name. But yeah.
Yeah. I remember Dean.
How have you been for the last month?
Fucking cuckoo bananas. So my wife left me.
Yeah.
Is the most dramatic way I can phrase
tragedy struck.
Kiana got a new job. I talked about it because we streamed. The last time we streamed was when Kiana landed in England, pretty much. And I was allowed to say that Kiana had a new job, but not what the job was yet, because it was the day before their first day. Kiana is now working at Larian Studios. Speaking of Baldur's Gate.
Crazy.
And has been onboarding at a couple of their European studios for the last month. And we'll be back next weekend. And I am losing my goddamn mind.
Yeah.
It's very cool. I'm getting lots of pictures, and from what I've heard of the job, Larian seems like a great place to work. It's been really cool. It's been really neat. But I miss my wife.
Yeah.
I want Kiana to come home. 5 weeks is a long time. Like previously, since I moved here in, what was that, 2022, I think? Something like that. Since I moved here, the longest period of time we had spent without seeing each other was like a week and a half. And we were like, oh my God, that was so long. That was too much. Now it's been a fucking month. So yeah, it's been a lot. But I've been playing lots of games. Watching some stuff. I've been watching some really bad movies. I watched
what's the worst one?
Geostorm. It was really bad. I don't know that Gerard Butler has ever been in a good movie. And I am including 300 in that. I enjoyed 300 when it came out, but my taste in movies wasn't very good. My media literacy was pretty low. And my opinions of Zack Snyder have shifted significantly since that movie hit theaters. And honestly, I'm not sure I've ever seen him in a good movie. And Geostorm was no different. It was fucking terrible. It was so bad. The science was bad. The writing was bad. The story was bad. But the problem is, so I watched that shortly after watching, oh God, what was it? I've already forgotten what movie. Oh, Morbius. I watched Morbius, even though I knew it was going to be terrible.
Yeah.
Oh God, maybe Morbius was worse. It was so bad. Summer, have you seen it?
No.
Don't. It was so bad. Like,
it's not like bad but worth watching. It's just bad.
It's just bad. Yeah. I mean, fortunately, I watched it while I was playing a video game, so I like had something to do. It wasn't a complete waste of time, but the Morbius movie. So when Morbius came out, there were so many memes about how bad it was, and one of the the prevailing memes was, I love the part where he said, "It's Morbin time," and then morbed all over those guys.
Yeah.
Which, spoiler alert, is not a literal moment in the movie, and yet it perfectly encapsulates the experience of several scenes in that movie.
Yeah.
Matt Smith was trying so hard to do a good job, and he did a great job. He tried so hard to save that movie, and there was nothing that could be done. It was so bad. It's a string of moments that you kind of expect to be in a movie, but none of them are really clearly motivated by anything else happening in the movie. Nor do the actions particularly follow each other. Nothing has soul in it. Like, there's a smooch scene, and it's like, I guess this is happening. Because, like, it has all the things. If you were to take a superhero movie and empty all the bits of it into a box.
Yeah.
It had all the bits of it
Yeah.
in a box, but that's it.
Yeah.
The movie starts with him in like a jungle, and he's like, I'm in a jungle at a cave, and my helicopter pilot is scared of the cave, and I like pay him so that he can leave early in exchange for his machete so I can cut my hand open, and vampire bats. And then that's all the time you spend in the jungle. You're out of the jungle. The bats become plot relevant barely 2 times throughout the movie. Also, like, no justification for, like, he talks about his experience of having weird vampire powers.
Yeah.
But there's no justification for, like, why he turns into, like, mist, basically. Or, like, really any description of what the powers are. It's just like, I don't know, this seems cool, I guess.
Yeah.
It's fucking atrocious. And as much as Geostorm, which I watched pretty much directly afterward, was a bad movie and is not worth your time unless you're really into bad disaster movies, it was exciting at a couple points.
Yeah.
I was like, I had a fun time.
Yeah.
It was weirdly conservative for a climate disaster movie. Like,
yeah.
Or at least that's how it felt for most of the movie. And I realized by the end that it wasn't actually a conservative movie. It was a liberal movie, like neoliberal movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's just that it's been so long since I have consumed any of this, like, neoliberal bullshit that the two became mostly indistinguishable to me until it was like, oh no, the conservative character's the bad guy. It's just that all the good guys that also suck in this very specific way.
Right.
Oh, it was fucking hilarious. Watch some real bad movies. I've been playing so much Helldivers too. Have you heard of?
I've heard of
the game?
Yes, I've heard of it, and I've seen itsy bitsy pieces of it, and also consumed small bits of drama connected to the game. But that's it. That's literally it. I haven't played it myself.
It is very Starship Troopers.
Okay.
The movie, not the book.
Right.
Wherein you are Helldivers. You are elite soldiers of the military of Super Earth, sent out to planets to fight giant bugs or evil robots. For the in the name of democracy and liberty and freedom.
100%.
You are 100% the bad guys the entire time. It is very much a satire. But it's the kind of satire that you can, like, really lean into. And that's part of why it's blown up, is people have really enjoyed leaning into, like, we saw this with, I think we even talked about it. We saw this with Lethal Company, where the fantasy of, oh, I'm, like, part of this horrible company that doesn't value my life, and I will be a great asset for the company, is, like, really fun and easy to access for people. And so you saw a lot of people leaning into the sort of role play of Lethal Company. The same thing is happening with Helldivers, where people are like, glory to Super Earth for freedom and democracy. And it's been very fun. The game itself is a blast if you like that kind of hectic horde shooter situation. And they've been doing a great job sort of unfolding the game as you go, because you have this galactic map and you have fronts, and every player participating in the game is actually affecting the state of the galaxy.
That's cool.
So it's not like you go do a mission on Heath and then you're like, I completed the part of the story where we won Heath. It's you contribute, if you succeed a mission, a small amount to the overall pool, and the entire player base, with their effort and by playing these missions, liberates, conquers various planets for the glory of Super Earth and managed democracy, which is very fun. And they've been doing a good job of like introducing little story events where it's like, terminid spores, terminids are the insects, terminid spores have landed on this planet, and there's now an uprising of terminids. You must go defend it. And the planet where we're manufacturing these mechs is suddenly being attacked by the automatons. Go defend the planet. And then afterwards we unlocked mechs that we got to use.
Cool.
It's very cool. It's very cool. The discourse around it has been interesting.
Yeah.
People who don't get that it's satire are wild to me. It's the same as Starship Troopers, right? Like people who watch Starship Troopers and go, yeah, it's like, you and I watched a different movie. I actually went back and watched it again because I hadn't, the first time I saw Starship Troopers, I was like, I don't know, 13 or something.
Yeah.
And my media literacy was zilch. And I watched it and I thought it was serious. Like, I thought it was earnest, and I was like, wow, that was a bunch of weird military propaganda. I did not enjoy that one bit. That was a terrible. And then people were like, Dylan, it's a satire. I was like, oh. And like watching it back, very much. Like it is. Yeah. It's in-universe war propaganda. And it's very successful in that way. And Helldivers is much the same. But yeah, people who will like look at the little snippet of Super Earth that we get to see and be like, well, it seems like Super Earth society is actually perfect. Maybe managed democracy, maybe fascism is good. And it's like, you absolute buffoon. But like even the CEO of the company has come out and been like, you are not understanding
you're not the good guy.
Thing.
Like,
yeah. Like, because people will be like, well, maybe, yada yada this, yada yada that, and then someone will respond and be like, you completely missed the point. It is a satire, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then the CEO just like, quote, retweeted that person and was like, yes, this. Sounds like people didn't read the Helldiver contract in the tutorial. Yeah, like... But they really commit to it. They do such a good job of committing to the aesthetic, and like the music is so good. It's such a good game, and it's so hard to communicate, which is treasonous. You're absolutely correct, Shadow. It's so hard to describe how well they have hit the tone and the vibe and made a game that is genuinely fun to play, while just completely lambasting the thing that you're doing. It's so good. It's been very fun. Also, lots of people don't understand video game balance at all or anything. And Reddit has been so whiny about this game. Like,
that's
change.
What I'm talking about when I talk about drama, is the whining that's happened within the Helldiver community.
God, it's impossible to play now. You nerfed the thing. I didn't read what the nerfs were, but I heard that it's worse now, and I've psychologically, I've gaslit myself into thinking that the game is so much worse now, despite the fact that if you look at the numbers, things barely change. Is constant. It's been a little better in the past week. There was a moment there when the first balance patch hit where it was just a toxic cesspool. But also, like, before that balance patch hit, lots of people being like, well, this is part of why the balance patch happened in the first place. They were like, there's this one build that is the meta build. There's the one dominant build. And if you do anything else, you're just handicapping yourself. And there was this, like, growing sort of try hard wave of, like, you have to be the best of the best. You can't You can't have fun. You have to do the thing that works the best in all situations. Yeah. And one, they were wrong. And two, that's why the balance patch happened, is that the game needed to be tweaked a little bit more so that other things were more viable, and the one thing that was dominant was less dominant in every situation.
Yeah.
Because essentially what happened is people don't have friends to play with, and so they match with randoms. And then they go into a game at the highest difficulty, and they struggle and they lose, or they have a bad time or whatever.
Yeah.
And so the build that sort of ascended to meta was a very versatile build that could handle pretty much anything decently well.
Yeah.
Instead of having your team collectively have a build that could handle everything, each individual person was running this build. That was sort of a Swiss Army knife build. Yeah. Because you just run off and fuck off and do your own thing. You wouldn't play as a team.
Right.
You just have 4 single player games happening in one map. And so Arrowhead nerfed that down a little bit, buffed a couple other things. And everyone lost their mind. But where things have landed, and really how things were before, is that the team needs to have a balanced, versatile build. And you need to play as a team in your 4-player co-op online multiplayer team game.
Yeah.
And that was already the case before the nerfs went in. It was just that people were so stuck on this, I need to be able to handle everything.
Right.
Also, people get really hung up on, like, I need to be able to participate. I need to be able to play the highest difficulty every time. I have to be the best, instead of reckoning with the fact that they might just not be the best. Like, I can, after the nerfs, and after, admittedly, the game has gotten harder, after the changes, I can still do difficulty 9, which is the highest difficulty right now. I can do difficulty 9 missions, and will probably succeed. Like, it's rare that I'll actually fail. It'll be hard, but, like, I can do it. But also, like, I just have more fun at a slightly lower difficulty, and that's fine. But if you're, like, I'm not a pro gamer. We have an entire show. The entire conceit of the show that we're on right now is that neither of us are pro gamers.
Neither of us are pro gamers.
But, like, if I can do it and you can't, I hate to say skill issue, but it might be a skill issue. The problem is inside of the house. Honey, it's okay to play on a lower difficulty. It's fine. And, like, it's not like the lower difficulties are, like, baby mode for suckers or anything like that. It goes trivial, then easy, then medium, then hard, or challenging, hard, suicidal, impossible, helldive. I'm missing one in there somewhere. But, like, most of the difficulties are named in such a way to be like, this shit isn't easy.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's been a lot. But I have been having a lot.
The only people who will know that it was a hard game are the people who play the game. If you tell your mom or somebody who doesn't know what's going on, and you're just like, Mom, I beat difficulty 4, she's gonna be like, babe, great job. Like, fucking fantastic. Absolutely.
I did an entire operation on hard. Oh my god, on hard?
Oh my hard?
On suicidal? That sounds terrifying.
That sounds, you didn't die? That's maybe they should make that harder. If they're gonna call it that, like
impossible difficulty?
Maybe?
What?
That's what I would be like. Somebody could tell me they beat the lowest level. I'd be like, oh my, how? And how did you do that? Tell me more about it.
But yeah, I have like 150 hours in it now.
That's great.
I've been playing
Love that for you.
Almost every day since I got it. is great. But yeah, that's what's been up with me. Whiling away the hours with bad movies and good video games while I wait for my wife to come home from Europe.
Yeah.
Speaking
when will my
of
wife return from Europe?
Speaking of the people that we love leaving us potentially forever, do you want to play Kentucky Route Zero?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it.
I'm excited.
So last time we lost Conway.
Yeah, Conway's fucking gone.
Which means I don't know what that means. And also we lost
We're
the
never
truck.
gonna see him again. We're never gonna fucking see him again.
It's time for, I think, the last interlude. Un pueblo de nada. As I press a bunch of the wrong buttons. Okay. Here we go.
Let's do this shit. I'm not ready, actually. Maybe I'm not ready. I love this game so much.
It's so good.
Why would we ever play a different game?
I want 30 more of these.
Stylistically, music, atmosphere, writing. Who's Maya?
I don't think this is a character we've met before.
Okay.
Do you want to take Maya?
Yeah. I'm not late, am I?
This must be our guest. Maybe she's delivering a video. Who is this person?
I think this must be our guess. Here we go.
I'll take Emily. Oh, hi. You must be,
Oh, sorry. I'm Maya.
Right, the traveling artist. Welcome. I'm Emily. I work here.
Great. Rita says you're the producer?
Oh, did she? I guess so. I do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I know the feeling. You weren't around earlier at the lunch thing.
No, I don't live in town. I just come into work on the station.
Really? That's quite a hike, isn't it?
I know some shortcuts.
Oh, okay.
Should make sure she's more comfortable.
Sure. Emily seems nice.
So, do you...
No, I'm fine, thanks. I'll just find somewhere to perch until you folks are ready. I've got a lot to digest. Mentally, I mean. Well, and it was a big lunch. But I spent most of the afternoon examining the mounds. Huh.
Oh, the burial mounds?
Yeah, that's why I came down here, to see them up close and make some sketches. They're amazing, right?
They make me uncomfortable, to be honest. It seems kind of weird to build a town in a graveyard.
Sure. Every town has a graveyard, but usually the town comes first.
Okay, I'll check if Rita's ready. You can just hang out back here somewhere. We'll let you know when it's time to come on set.
Great. Thanks for having me.
You too. I mean, you know what I mean.
Enjoy the movie. You too.
Why am I so awkward with visitors here? Just used to seeing the same 12 people day in and day out, I guess. Whoa. At least the floor is staying dry. My left boot has a hole. Looks like the ceiling is holding up okay. Just the usual leaks. Looks like I just made it before the sky broke open. Can I hand the ceiling? I cannot. Can I hand the floor? No. Whoa!
Oh.
Oh, right. Cyrano's here to help with the weather report. Video databank. Slow-mo crow, keeping an eye on the control board. Okay, and then, of course, there's something weird happening.
Yeah.
Used to be on the other side of the room, and the couch was in the corner. We moved to here where the ceiling is at least leaky. It's further from the windows, too, so sunlight doesn't bleach the labels. So much of archiving is just playing hide-and-seek with weather. Keep up the good work, Mo. Oh, James left a patch wired up on the image processor. Nice. Maybe there'll be time to play with it after the show. Oh. Time to start the show. What a fun way to move us through the space.
That's so cool.
Sherry just repainted it. Okay, ready when you are.
I have a feeling that Maya's gonna be...
Yeah.
Do you want to talk to yourself right now, or do you want me to talk to myself in a minute?
I can take Rita.
Okay.
How does it look outside? Gross. Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. Saturn is in retrograde. What does that even mean? Yup. Think it'll let up? I guess we'll see what Elmo says. My poor tomatoes. Okay, in 3, 2... Hi, it's Rita. This is your evening broadcast, 8192. Wow, it's really raining out there. Damn, I can hear it from here. We have a few leaks. Put some pots and bowls underneath them. Thanks, Ron, for lending us your extra pots and bowls. I hope you had a good day despite the weather. Although it was really nice earlier, right? I had a good day today. I met a new friend. She's gonna join us in about a minute or so. Maybe you saw her earlier around lunch, or if you didn't meet her, then you'll meet her in a minute. Or if you met her already, but you still want to hang out, I'm sure there's plenty that we can talk about. Wow, so this 8192 is... so this is 8192, is that right, Emily? What is she talking about?
Yeah, I don't know either.
That's a lot of broadcasts. I came in around the 5s, so I've only been around for half of them. And back then, in the 5s, let's see, I did Night Noise, and we had the Swap Show, and the Bird Show, and people were just coming in and dropping off tapes all the time, and now, well, now it's just the evening broadcast. But it's not like... I'm not saying we're in decline or anything like that. I love the evening broadcast. I think it was the first show we had on here.
Yeah.
It's the first show not produced by the power company. It was the first community show, yeah.
Nasty paranoid propaganda.
Technically, the first broadcasts were Aunt Connie, not worth remembering. Yeah, so it's the spine of the station. Or maybe it's the heart. Or is it the skin? What part of the WEVP body do you think this is? Why don't you come on by and tell us about it? We're gonna be here for another 30 minutes or so. Or, if you don't want to brave the storm, you can always give us a call. Same number as always, 270-216-555-6. Okay, so we're going to start with a tape. This is an old one. It's one of mine, but maybe you haven't seen it. Or if you have seen it, it's been a while, so maybe you've forgotten. Shit! What? She asked me to queue up her tape, Un Pueblo de Nada. Where is it? I don't know. It's probably still shelved. I'll find it. Ron silently mouths a thank you. To the shelves.
I wrote down the phone number just in case.
Okay.
Just in case we get a chance at that phone again.
Emily scans the shelf of videotapes. I had these alphabetical. Maybe it's still in a stack. Oh, what's this?
Maybe it's still in the stack.
Emily rotates a few tapes piled on top of the shelf, inspecting labels. To herself, absently, no, that would be too easy. We should put this all in chronological order, although I guess it's hard to remember sometimes, the order of things. And some of these tapes were made at the same time, or we started one video and then started another in the middle, and then came back later, and time is out of joint. It's like sweeping a beach. Oh, wait a minute. Ron said he'd start filing the old stuff by language. Something fell behind the shelf here. Ralph borrowed it for his screening, so it's probably with the others he returned.
Filing the old stuff by language is interesting, I think. Since it's Spanish.
Favorite tires, that's English. Disagreeable birds, also English. The zone, that's in Japanese. Fiesta salvaje, getting warmer. Un pueblo de nada, aha. What would you all do without me? I'll cue up Rita's tape now. Give it to the bird. Here you go, Mo. Hold off on playing this until Rita's done setting it up. Thanks, babe.
I love this low pony for her.
Yeah.
Low ponytail.
Some people that lived here a long time ago, before the company town, before the airstrip, like over 100 years ago. Okay, so I hope you enjoy it. Ready, Emily?
This is cool. Have you seen it before?
One or two.
I should say something nice.
Yeah, it's something else.
You don't sound convinced. It's not a bad way to learn about history, though.
I helped Rita edit this. She did a lot of research for this for this tape. I can't remember where the music for this video came from.
I think the research.
The people of nothing. We still have a few of those worn-out notebooks they left. I guess that guy from the university took the rest. What did he say he was working on? Oh, right. The Archive of Utopian Thought. Some big preservation project, I guess. So now the people of nothing are on a shelf somewhere, and here on this tape.
It is history, right? Or is it just a story? Neither of those is an answer.
Seems kind of sad now. I guess it's kind of a memorial. Those are always sad. A memorial to the people who used to live here.
Or is there even a difference?
Although, now the tape is just here on a shelf. Every once in a while we dust it off and it shuffles around the airwaves again, like an old dog.
Sorry, did I say something wrong?
Oh, no. I'm sorry, I just have some weird shit going on in my head tonight, you know what I mean?
Sure, it's okay.
Sorry, I spaced out.
Don't worry about it.
You should...
Oh, should I go sit?
Yeah, it's almost over. Next up is Maya's interview. So, where are you staying tonight?
Here in town.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, no, this is you.
Even before the storm came in, I thought it'd be nice to get some rest before the long hike back to the highway. Ron offered his loft.
What?
He said I could sleep in his loft.
Oh, honey, he's talking about his barn. Ron, nobody wants to sleep in your barn. I like the idea that this is a thing that Ron has brought up with multiple people frequently.
Yeah.
You just stay in my barn. Ron shrugs. It's not haunted.
But it is haunted.
Bob got some pretty clear voices there on his tape recorder. He wanted to have a seance, but couldn't round up enough brave souls to go all the way around the table. You'll stay at my place.
Oh, thanks. Probably find somewhere to stay.
This one?
Yeah.
That storm coming, I should probably find somewhere to stay out here tonight.
Stay in the haunted barn. Haunted barn.
Well, I guess the loft is free, if I dare. Do you need anything?
Actually, do you have an extra toothbrush?
It'd be nice to sleep under the stars. I think I do, actually, yeah.
Oh my god. I've been in the woods, you know?
Right.
I actually used a twig this morning. I kind of chewed up one end.
No stars tonight, though. I've done that.
Really? I'm disappointed. I thought I had invented it.
Even better, you can chew on some pine needles. It really freshens your breath. I mean, it's not perfect.
Wow, that's roughing it. Just close your eyes and pretend, I guess.
Right, exactly. And even then, it's just not the same as real toothpaste.
Do they know we're rolling?
They know we're rolling. Emily waves to Rita. Oh, okay. Hi, so I hope you enjoyed that video. Like I said, that was from, it's several years old. I can't remember exactly.
I enjoyed it very much.
Oh, thank you, Maya. What's next? I brought in a tape. Oh, okay. You good? All queued up? I'm gonna check on the boys. The boys.
Duh, boys.
This shit is so loud.
Where the boys at?
Emil gets a lot more into it when he has some noise to vibe on. Ah, the boys. What the hell are they doing? Ben and Bob are seated on the couch, poking at the electronic innards of a radio. You take Ben.
So then it won't mute while it scans between stations.
Okay, because that's where they live, right?
No, you just want that constant static noise.
Right, the noise. That's where they live.
Well, they don't live anywhere, dude. They're ghosts.
Okay, why does it matter where you turn the radio?
It's like soil in your garden. You need rich soil, right? Mashed up rotten leaves and stuff, like compost. Oh, hey,
Oh.
Em, how's the show?
Is that Bob or
which
Ben?
one's
That's
us?
Bob,
Yeah, you're
sorry.
Bob.
Oh, hey Em, how's the show?
Yeah, Ben.
Ben has something stuck in his beard. Oh, you know, it's a piece of food?
Maybe it's a leaf? Pretty good progress on the ghost box.
Maybe he did it on purpose, like a beard leaf garland. But it's only one little accent leaf.
Scans constantly. I should tell him.
I should tell him.
And play it back later.
Hey, you've got something in your beard.
Aw.
The radio crackles as it scans rapidly across the spectrum. Snippets of voices mix with colored noise and unfamiliar interference patterns.
Did you hear
That was definitely a voice from beyond the grave. Sounded like,
I clearly heard dogwood in there.
Dogwood. Yeah, kind of sounded more like frogwood to me.
What the hell is frogwood?
Man, I don't tell the ghosts what to say.
Did you hear that, Emily?
Must have been dogwood. Dogwood, of course.
I guess it doesn't matter. The ghost voices don't really come out until you play back the recording later.
They only exist in recordings, like a copy without an original, a mirror reflecting something that isn't in the room. Eerie. Like the mounds. The burial mounds here in town? You think they're haunted? No. Or... sure, probably. But I meant they're like the reflection. The people who made them lived hundreds of years ago. That whole society is long gone, and now we just have these lingering echoes without any trace of context.
Yeah, it is kind of eerie.
Scroll wheel, please. Chill out. So, the ghosts speak and we can't hear it, but the tape recorder can hear it? Is that right?
I don't know. Sometimes I think it's more like the recording itself is a ghost. Like, that's what ghosts are. Recordings of events that didn't happen when something keeps leaving new marks even after it's gone. False memories.
It's Ron's big moment.
Hell yeah. Let's go, Ron.
So, okay, Ron, anything you want to tell us about that tape? Everything on that tape was wild. Really? Everything?
Wild stuff indeed.
Even the horses? Everything on that tape was wild.
Ooh.
Which one?
Which one? I like the donut shop one.
Okay. I used to tell everyone about this donut shop in Sonora. Donut party. I told everyone they had amazing crullers, trying to convince them to stop there with me any time we were in the area. But the reason it stuck in my head was the name. I just thought it was funny.
Were the horses wild? I thought those were, the horses here.
Oh, the neighbors? We call the horses here the neighbors. No, I didn't recognize that one. One morning, on our way back after a late gig, just as the sun was coming up, Ben and Bob and I found ourselves on 65 by the Sonora exit at prime donut-eating hours, so we stopped by. I don't think there are any wild horses anymore.
Really? How could that be?
Oh, well, they've all been domesticated.
Are the neighbors domesticated?
We don't own them, no. They're, feral? It wasn't called Donut Party. It was just called Donuts. I said I thought they'd changed the name, but why? And then I noticed there was a party supply store across the street. The donuts weren't even very good. But the weird part is, I still fantasize about stopping by the real donut party some morning and having one of those amazing crullers. In fact, the desire has only grown more intense.
Oh, right. In your documentary, you said that the people who used to live here had freed their horses.
Exactly. But you can free your pet cat, but it won't turn back into being a panther.
Right.
That's a kind of haunting. A kind of ghosts, like Ben was saying. But everything is a ghost around here these days. It's a ghost town with people still living in it, against all reason.
Despite all the pain in this town's history, I'm desperate to hear it.
The Pueblo de Nada vanished. The airstrip went bankrupt. The company town buckled under guilt and exploitation. Even the first people here, all we have left of them is their graves.
What about the dogs?
Yeah, Ron, was the dog wild? Everything on that tape was wild. I just hope our ending isn't so dramatic. Maybe we can just decline peacefully into irrelevance and then one day stop, completely unnoticed. That sounds nice. It didn't look wild to me.
I guess it's a matter of perspective.
I'm not sure I agree, but now it's time for the weather. Thanks again, Ron. We're hanging on long past our expiration date. Well, the weather should be pretty wild. I can hear it for myself right now.
Yeah, getting pretty intense out there. Do you get storms like this a lot?
More and more.
Right, of course.
And then, of course, there's the actual ghost. All right, here's Elmo with the weather report. And, lucky us, we also have Cyrano Cole, who stopped by to add some drama, musically. I hear he's going to be at the Rum Colony later tonight if you need a cocktail after the show. So let's go live to Elmo for the weather report. Oh, is Elmo ready? I should make sure the camera's pointed in the right direction.
Drag that bitch around.
Whip. Elmo and Cyrano are killing this weather report. Hey.
Hey.
This is so trippy.
Trippy, yeah.
How did he work out these ratios of oil, water, and dyes? Seems so precise the way he drips them in one little half drop at a time. Must have been a lot of trial and error, just staring at a circle of light on the wall. Drip, drip, drip. Where do you get your supplies, Elmo?
Ben has a guy in.
Oh,
wait.
Yeah, you take Elmo.
Okay. Oh, wait. Do you mean the projection stuff? I mail ordered these candle dyes. This other stuff is just mineral oil, like you can get at the drugstore. The projector? Somebody just left it here, man. Incredible. Actually, it was that girl who does the pirate video stuff, you know, jamming our signal.
Weaver. Weaver mentioned.
Yeah. Our resident ghost. Ooh.
Ghost, huh? You really think she's dead?
Doesn't matter. Of course it matters.
Of course it matters. You can't leave a ghost behind until you die, right?
Well, that's one way to do it, but have you ever missed someone so bad you feel like they were haunting you? Or been in a relationship with someone where it feels like their ex-lover is always in the room?
I see what you mean.
Hey, you think she'll get us tonight? It's about time, right?
He's right. We're about due.
Plus, Saturn's in retrograde.
So I hear. Not that she keeps a strict schedule, but it's never longer than a month or two between... Oh, what does Mimi call them?
I know they're bad for the general vibe around here, but can I be honest?
Emily nods in mock gravity.
I kind of like it when she busts in and takes over our signal. It's like a log falling on the road. Reminds you that this all used to be trees.
Interventions. That's what Mimi calls it.
Yeah. I'm fine with any of these, honestly.
It's been going on for a couple of years now.
Her performances were cool, though.
I never saw her perform, but I heard about it.
Oh, yeah. I saw her do it a few times. I was into it.
That first time she jammed our signal and showed up in our broadcast, I didn't even know who she was. She'd already disappeared when I came in and took over her old job. She did lectures, right?
Yeah, you could say that. I thought of them as storytelling sessions. She talked for hours and shuffled through slide after slide of shapes, numbers, weird constellations. Who knows what any of it meant?
Everyone was so excited and confused and scared a little. on the defensive. They still are. And this was her projector.
Right. I don't know where she got it, though. It still works really well. I got a spare bulb at the resale shop, but I haven't had to use it yet.
It's strange. I never think of what she's doing as hostile, really. Sounds like Elmo has the same impression. What happened to the rest of her stuff?
I bet her slides are still here in the studio. I mean, with the posters. Sherry has all Weaver's old notebooks, I know that. She keeps them in her archive, you know, the big blue filing cabinet.
With the daisies painted on.
Yeah. Anyway, really hard part to find is these two pieces of glass. They have to be paired very precisely. I had to get these from the clock store over in Glasgow. That's where they come from, clock faces.
Thanks for the tips, dude.
Anytime, dude. Is the camera pointed right at?
Oh, good. Standing water on the floor and a hole in my boot.
It's slowly flooding in here. Look at the water creeping in
Oh, yeah, it is.
all around.
Back to you, Rita. Thanks, Elmo and Cyrano. So, next we have a selection from the video data bank. You're gonna like this one, Maya. This one's about caves.
Ooh.
Yeah, local caves. We play this one a lot. It's pretty cool. Oh, but we have a phone call. Should we get it now or should we wait? We'll get it now, okay. Rita presses a button on the telephone next to her. Hello, WEVP. I love Jeff.
Me too.
Hope you all packed a lunch. It sounds like this is going to be a long one. This should be okay if I wander around for a bit. Okay, but I want to hear Jeff talk.
Jeff.
Couch is getting a little damp, but Ben and Bob don't seem to mind. Probably too wrapped up in their project. Bob had some theories about Weaver's broadcasts. He was considering how she might be tapping into our wires here in town. He built a model, like a proof of concept. This big metal box you could wire up and use to take over our signal. It actually worked. But the thing needed too much power to run. Even a car battery could only keep it going for a few seconds. Weaver's broadcast just loops and loops, sometimes for hours. Consolidated Power doesn't pay any attention to this town anymore. But they still have us on a strict energy budget. There's no way she's plugged into the grid. Looks like the ceiling panels are swelling a little. Is that really happening? Are we about to get drenched? No leaks back here just yet. The tapes are safe for the moment. I have a bad feeling the situation won't last. Soon I'll be scrounging for a tarp to protect the video data bank. Someone, Mimi, I think, was tracking Weaver's appearances here. She'd jot down the time and date whenever there was an intervention. Mimi hasn't been by in a few weeks, though. When was the last one? Let's see what the notes say. Oh wait, she just wrote times, not dates. Well, that's not very helpful. They're all at night. I guess that's a pattern. Oh, and here's Ron's recipe for mac and cheese. 6 cups of milk? Decadent. Hey, babe. Good burb.
Good burp.
Hey, babe. Slow-mo crow, a snap, and then a chitter.
Did you know Weaver?
Which one?
Did you know Weaver?
A few caws and a caw. Oh, really? Was she nice to you, or did you ever see her lectures?
Either.
Was she nice to you? Chitters. Well, that's good to hear. You make her sound so normal. Talk to anyone else and it's like she had a second head. One of our little mysteries, like the out-of-towner. A single enigmatic coup. Oh, really? Did you know him well? A couple caws and then a pause as if more are coming, but they never do. Wow, I had no idea. Whistles.
Yeah, it was terrible what happened to him.
A single reassuring chitter. Right. Justice. Someday. What a waste. Sad. Well, have fun. I'm gonna see if Jeff is done. A chitter and a caw.
I'm sure that was something to the effect of unlikely.
This rain is so loud. I can barely hear myself think. Oh my god, he's still going.
Ron fell asleep.
Oh my god, he did! Oh shit, the line's dead. The phone lines here are such a mess. Hello? Is that the storm? Or was it the damn phone lines? Man, they're really flaky. Business as usual.
He has a really soothing voice.
That's Jeff. He's a regular caller.
He's asleep.
Maya indicates Ron, who has fallen asleep in his chair. Oh, well, let him sleep. Okay, well, let's play the tape. This is cave art. It's a classic around here.
I'm excited.
Looks like Mo's got this one all queued up. Way to go, Mo.
I should let Maya enjoy the tape. I feel like she'd want to.
So if Weaver is a ghost, by some agreed upon definition and mechanics, that means WEVP TV is haunted. Should we be doing something about that? Aren't you supposed to, have an exorcism or something? I mean, you can't just leave a place haunted. That would be negligence. I'd miss her, though. I guess there are good ghosts and bad ghosts. Like spiders, good in the garden, bad in the shower. A loud crashing noise from outside wakes Ron up. The hell?
What was that?
I'll check it out.
Yikes. Should we go help?
Oh no, Oh, the tape is over. What did you think?
That was great.
Yeah, I like that one.
That sounded pretty close.
Oh no, is the power out or just the lights? I don't know, I'll take a look. Maybe a fuse blew on a relay or something. Some scared rat chewed a wire. Abandoned ship. Just kidding. Guess I'll take a look around and see if anything's smoking. Our little town must seem even more romantic now, huh? Maybe we should call... Nah, the phones are definitely dead now. I guess it's up to me to figure out what's going on here. Is that, no, of course not. Lightning flashes, in the dark, make it look like a slideshow out there. Summer vacation in the ghost town. They're still picking away at their project in the dark as the storm bears down on us. So what else is new? That's this whole town just whistling along on its way to the grave. Poor thing, she's soaked. Are you having trouble with... Oh, I spoke too soon. I thought your power was out. Yeah, it just came back on. Weird. Good, though. You made it in this storm. Oh, I'd never miss the evening broadcast. To be honest, it's the only time I've got to share my work.
I wonder how many people even tune in at this point. She's just reading her poetry to us here in the studio.
Sure, of course, that's great.
What happened with the fucking power?
That was weird, right? The power? Oh, it seems like a normal kind of thing to happen in a storm. Yeah, you're right. I just have an eerie feeling tonight. Well, you know, Saturn's in retrograde, right? Sure is. Well, ready to go? Ready. Some of the studio wiring is in puddles now. That's dangerous, right? Nobody else seems concerned about it. Okay, I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see that.
Do you see how the rain drops in the center of the screen are increasing? Center top. Like, no, lower your cursor a little bit.
Can't.
See those little lines?
I'm gonna turn the game volume down for myself a bit because I literally can't hear you. What are you saying?
Do you see the rain droplets in the center of the screen? Like, lower your cursor. Do you see them when they appear at the top?
Yes.
They're dripping down from the top. They've been slowly increasing this whole time. It started with like 1 and then like got up to 3 and then now it's like as many as it is right now.
This shit's loud as fuck. Now we enter the cultural section of tonight's program. Did you fix it? It just came back on its own. It'll take a second for the equipment to warm back up and we'll be on the air again.
We're fully standing in water now.
Yep. Spooky. It's a disaster out there. The neighbor's barn is basically underwater. Wow. So just completely flooded. I passed Ron on the way in. He's going to take a look and see if there's anything he can do.
Will they be okay?
Ron knows what he's doing. He used to be a firefighter.
This is water though, guys. It's not fire. It's different.
It's a little bit different though, right? I guess. Nikki hands some wet paper towels to Rita. I feel like that is backwards.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Or, oh, thanks. Nikki pulls a journal out of her jacket pocket. I brought my work. Oh, good. Nikki reads her poetry. It's a weekly feature of our broadcast.
Oh, great. I look forward to hearing it.
Yeah, I just hope that we can keep going. We lost power a little while before, right? Better get started then. To the out-of-towner. What eagle flew you to your final bed? It was not men who brought you there to sleep. The men who left you bloodied then and fled had chosen mud and muddy watered creek. Did wild turkeys gobble, dote and care, and wipe the moss beneath your eyelids clear? Did cardinals pull the twigs out from your hair, and wash your hands and feet and trim your beard? When wood ducks dressed you in your resting gown, and pigeons fashioned shoes from leaves and bark, who then sewed flowers into a burial crown? The one who made your headdress was a hawk. The men who broke your body, where were they? The vultures stayed home on your funeral day.
Emily, look at the monitor.
Dude, be quiet. We're live right now.
No, we're not. Look.
Weaver? That's not our broadcast. Damn. There she is. Elma was right. What's wrong? It's her. Weaver. Oh, really? Tonight? Sorry about this, Maya.
What's going on?
Local prankster. She jams our signal every once in a while, whenever the stars align. Prankster? Not the word I would use.
Damn. So, what do you do about it?
Just wait until she's done. We've never been able to stop her from jamming us. We don't even know how she does it. We should be back on in a minute, though. Don't worry. Let's go.
Let's go.
Ugh. Act 5.
Damn.
This game is so good.
I know. I've got so many feelings.
I'm gonna cry. Act 5, Scene 1. A town.
Ugh. Ooh, I have chills. I'm so excited. That's everything, right?
I think Clara was you.
I think so. How did this all fit in that truck? It's bigger on the inside. I think it rained. Rained a lot, I mean.
The worms are going to be out for sure.
Have you ever heard a worm sing? You must hold your ear to the ground. It's very soft. The worm song is completely unique. So where is 5 Dogwood Drive? Ezra, I'll go scout ahead.
I'll go scout ahead.
Okay, holler if you find anything.
Oh, we're a cat. Junebug and Johnny strained to hear the noises coming from the well. 1 or 2?
It's like 2, I think.
I was doing like an old-timey thing.
Old-timey, yeah.
It's like 2 people
Very
talking,
radio announcer.
but not to each other.
Maybe they're on the phone?
Maybe they're on the phone.
Think the truck's okay down there?
It's lost, but they don't seem to mind.
Ooh. No. What's going on over here? Oh. At first, they only observed the truck from a distance. It was an alien carcass, something that made more sense in death than in life. The company had dropped it off in the middle of the day, when everyone was at the plant. They let it sit overnight, alone and strange.
Shadow people are weird.
Mm-hmm. I thought they were like cardboard cutouts at first, but... Oh, I can click the word truck. Nikki thought it was ridiculous, but Ron approved. To Elmo, the truck was simply beautiful.
I like maybe Ron.
The truck reminded him of New York City, which he'd visited once by bus and which had made a great impression on him, especially the mountains of garbage that dotted the sidewalks. The truck didn't smell yet, but it would. A glorious patina built up over decades of progress and labor. New York City or labor?
New York City.
In New York, he said, everyone put their garbage out on the sidewalks like they were proud of it, or proud of what it signified. We've defeated another week. Here is its corpse. Everyone had to agree this was money and attention that would have been better spent addressing the town's drainage problems, maybe finally getting started on that damned Messianic ditch. Still, they had few things to dispose of. Broken flower pots, empty glass bottles, clothes that didn't fit anymore. They gradually fell into the habit of collecting waste and carrying it to the truck. Once a month, some shadows would come in from the night woods and haul the garbage away on a cart.
I love this cat just sprinting all over the place. The animation of it is really good.
It's great. Wanda snores softly. Oh, wait. That's you. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Nah. I don't see any clouds. Hell, it'll probably rain anyhow. Just our luck. Assertive meow. Oh, really? Confident meow. He thinks it's going to rain again tomorrow. Nah.
I don't know, man. Animals have a sense for the weather.
I love how superstitious Ben is.
Yeah, me too.
He's just like, no, I believe everything.
Ghosts, animals, weather.
The most credulous person I have ever seen. Hi, Ezra. Will it still fly? Oh yes. She just got banged up a little in the storm. I'll have her up and running again by this afternoon, I'm sure. Can I fly it? Well, how's your upper body strength?
It's good. Really good.
This old girl is operated by pulleys. 100% mechanical. Well, except for the throttle.
I could do that.
I admire your confidence, young man. Yep, just a little bent metal. I'll have her skyworther again in a matter of hours.
Wow.
I've been doing this a long time, kiddo. Oh, shit. Goodbye, WVP TV.
Yeah.
Elmo gave Rita a tour of the cameras and wiring. She'd just been through a certificate program on public broadcasting at the community college, so no surprises there. Nikki showed her the video data bank, James demonstrated the sand and image processor, and then Ron came barreling in with urgent expression.
Public broadcasting?
Rita had entered the public broadcasting program at Fishtrap Lake Community and Technical College with a vague desire to be a newscaster. One of her instructors got her excited about pirate television, and she followed threads through TV and activist communities until she found herself here, somehow, volunteering at WVP TV.
I'm fine with either pirate television or here.
It wasn't quite the radical guerrilla television crew she'd dreamed of joining. This group seemed more interested in sharing the town's home movies and culture jamming and interfering with corporate stations. But she liked the focus on local concerns. Ron's news was clearly bad news. Rita's heart sank a little as they listened. She knew things were unraveling, knew from experience what that looked like.
Bad news.
But as she listened to Ron detail the power company's sudden withdrawal from town affairs, she heard other possibilities. She studied their faces and found concern, for sure, but also something like relief, hope, an awakening of play. Nikki looked like she might have been daydreaming. These were people, Rita decided, ready to step out of the company's shadow and build something of their own. Ron said the TV station would still be funded by court order. Could that be their anchor?
Big stretch.
Hi, Mo.
Opinions.
Yeah, a disagreement.
Oh, the people are gone.
Yeah.
Meow.
I love this conversation. No idea what they talked about, but I was also so invested.
Me too. Watery.
6 or 7 men stood in the sun about a dozen yards from the ditch, and he could hear them laughing. He tried not to hear them. Instead, he listened to the shovel punching through the dirt as he shaped the trench. It was wet dirt. Mud, really. It made a hungry sound as he shaped the trench walls.
Laughing?
Laughing?
Uh-huh.
One man was louder than the rest. He had a nervous laugh that sucked up all the air around him.
Air?
Here at the bottom of the hollow, there were patches of mud everywhere. Water pooled on the ground or just below the surface. That was the danger.
Danger.
The laughter quieted into greedy chuckles, and he could feel the men approaching. Touches the ground. Something happened here. Waffles for any weather.
Wow, she is a deep sleeper. Yeah, listen to that. Oh, the old girl. It's making me a bit sleepy. Oh yeah, the rhythm of her breathing. It's nice. Hypnotic. Oh well. It's so funny. Okay, fish are those.
What kind of fish are those? One or two.
One.
They're goldfish. They eat algae and mosquito eggs. Very helpful.
Two?
I'm surprised they survived the storm, actually.
Two.
Some were so lucky. Now I'm writing this poem.
One.
I'd like it to be hopeful, somehow, but it just keeps coming out sad. Ugh. This video game, man.
Yeah.
Those are some funky noises.
Yeah.
Oh, parrots. Jorge scanned the shelf. He quickly found the book he was looking for. There are only a few dozen left. More shelves than books now. The result of an experiment called the New Selection. Privately, he called it the Purge.
The book. I don't know what book he was looking for.
A Crystal Age. Anonymous. A fairly recent publication. Jorge flipped through the pages for a minute. The binding was stiff.
Flipped.
He hadn't read the book, but had discussed it with Isabel, the community architect. It was the story of a man who sleeps for thousands of years and awakens into a world without hunger or strife. Isabel had requested the book, part of a collection she was building called Ecological Mysticism, and now it was to be the latest victim of Fraser's reckless experiment. Fraser proposed and executed experiments, just like any other community member, but his experiments had a scorched earth quality. They were all destructive. He moved from one area of community life to the next in search of excess to cut back. Lately, he'd turned his scythe to the library. The New Selection meant decimating their store of books according to Fraser's own inscrutable criteria. Now, we are guaranteed something vital every time we take a book from the shelves. No more time lost to printed chaff. Fraser's colorless voice echoed in Jorge's mind. He felt like spitting. Instead, he tucked the book under his arm and set off for the woods. Oof.
Excuse me. Jesus.
Meow. Oh, hi, kitty. Where did you come from, huh? Follow a bird up here? These folks, the one who built this thing, they chased birds too. Really? That's what they wrote. They followed some migrating birds up here from Central America. Somewhere up to Florida. And then here. Skeptical meow. Well, that's what they wrote anyway. I guess it might have been a metaphor. Good cat.
How'd you get out of there?
I think you were doing... Were you doing Flora? Was I doing Flora?
I don't
You can
remember.
take Flora.
Okay. I slipped into a stream and held my breath as it carried me deep underground.
You're lucky.
Yeah. That was only the beginning.
Always lucky. It's one of my qualities.
Then I found the Library of Television. The sound was deafening. On one of the TVs, I saw the most terrible vision. I won't even describe it to you. It would give you nightmares.
Sounds scary, but also kind of cool.
Exactly. I'll take you there sometime if you want. I was traveling with some strange companions for a while too, but not as strange as yours. There was a strange woman who I think was a witch.
Weaver.
She talked a lot about herbs and rituals. I'll try to remember some later. But by far my most memorable companions were the Martians. I don't know. Either one, I think they're both great. What do you think?
We'll take two.
Okay. I had to lose them in a hedge maze. They were friendly, but very demanding.
I got to ride on a big truck and a tugboat.
Wow. I'm jealous, but I won't let it ruin our friendship. We should stick together.
We should stick together.
I agree completely. Completely agree. Completely agree.
Okay.
She can come with us.
Hopefully.
It'll be fun. Don't separate the beppers.
This game has taken so much from us. Oh, the cows. Shouldn't have happened. Should have prepared better. All of us. Most of all, that damn company who built this place left it only half built when they pulled out of town. Damn shame. Hey, Blue.
She really is a beautiful dog. They're both. She seems to like you. Okay. I'm still hoping to get her back from the old man somehow. That's okay. I'm just taking one last look and then I'm back on the road. He's not coming back. He's gone,
Shut up.
Dylan.
Shut up.
Not much left to look at, is there? Yeah, that one was bad. Was a bad one. But look what it washed up out of the mud. What's that? An animal bone? It's a pipe, I think. Super ancient. It's probably 1,000 years old. I don't even smoke. Oh well, I'm just an observer anyway. So why did they build this huge dirt spiral? Most of these ancient earthworks are thought to be burial mounds, but this one definitely isn't. To be honest, I don't know what it was for. We need to send people off with people. There's no more reason to stay together.
What do you mean?
I mean, there's no more reason to stay together. We're delivering our shit and we're getting out of here.
I guess so. You take Marianne.
It's not too sad.
No. I think it should be happy.
Right.
It's a remembrance.
Right.
Like a monument.
Totally.
So they should be represented with dignity and respect, of course.
Of course.
But not to the point where it makes everyone feel they have to be serious when they're standing under it. Does that make sense?
No, yeah, it definitely does. I think I have an idea.
Great.
I'll just dig in.
Thanks, Marianne.
Happy to help.
How many times can we go in a circle?
Plenty.
Oh, there's people over here. Well, people. Paints and chalk in the small bag. Diary in the large bag. Stuffed dog in the small bag. Photograph of Chris in the large bag. No, in the small bag? Sandra couldn't decide. Should she keep the photo of her husband, or should Alex keep the photo of his father?
Alex. Yeah, father.
She dreaded the separation from her son. Fraser insisted it was just to help Alex develop independence and community ethics, but she'd seen the same thing happen to Isabel after criticizing Fraser's new flood control plans. Oh.
Same thing.
Fraser. It was obviously a punishment. She set everything down, closed her eyes, massaged her temples, and wondered, not for the first time, how Fraser had consolidated so much invisible power so quickly. How had he done it? Had he in fact done anything at all to claim this incredible lattice of influence? Or had they simply, blindly, given it to him? Consolidated power, Like a consolidated power company? No longer napping? Have we done it? We done everything? What do we do? Video game help.
Is that a horse?
This?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might be a dead horse. One of the neighbors, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gone. They're back in the middle? Meow in the hole some more. Anything here? This spooky shadow people.
Yeah.
Not ghosts, because ghosts are different, I guess. Unless cats can see ghosts, maybe.
I actually love that theory. You just
Anything
because
back
we're
here?
the kitty cat.
I like that our pointer has turned into a weird, like, glowy firefly that the cat is chasing. Oh, here we go.
Well, the mailbox says 5 Dogwood Drive.
Is there any mail in there? Just don't open any that say final notice. Those are secret. 1 or 2?
2.
Oh, is this your new place? Weird time for new construction, but what do I know?
No, this isn't our place. You don't know who lives here?
I haven't seen anyone.
It feels warmer in here somehow, right? Warmer and brighter. One. 1.
Okay. Nobody lives here?
Well, somebody ordered some furniture. It's actually quite spacious.
Yeah, you could fly a plane in here.
The light in here is pretty great, actually. I could set up a new workshop here. Maybe work on that big video synthesizer thing. Fix that up. I'd love to perform in a place like this at sunset. Either one, too.
Kind of feel like I'm on a stage right now, actually. Know what I mean, ma'am?
Weird acoustics. Like you get little echoes before the sounds themselves. I like it. We need to make sure to preserve some of this stuff before the next big storm. may only be a show for the raccoons. The bugs one is really great.
Yeah. At least there'll always be bugs. That's what I like about bugs.
They're everywhere.
We saved what we could. Hey, Cat. I'll race you. From here to that pile of mail, okay? Come stand here. This is the starting line. Ready? Get set. Go. All right. Aw, it's no shame to lose. I'm a fast runner. Meow. Do you see its little like
Yeah.
paw shakies? What's this? Oh man, it's totally broken. Waterlogged tapes. They might still play, who knows? But all the VCRs are shot. I don't even know where to put all this. I hate to call it trash. I wonder if that garbage truck still works.
Nice little setup you've got.
One or two.
2? I wish I had a space like this to work on the bike. What do you know about motorcycles?
These are both funny.
Yeah, I like 2.
I've always admired them from afar. No, above.
I guess you don't have much use for a bike in a town with no roads. Aw, the second one's kind of sad. I love sad.
Tell the truth, I've long suspected the reason Cass never wanted any roads here was just to keep the horses safe. And now...
Marianne clears her throat.
Still snoozing. Well, hello.
Marianne nudges Wanda gently.
Wanda, time to wake up. Nope. End of the world. Just try again later, I guess. Two?
So how did you all get food out here?
Gentle cooing.
That's what I figured.
A few chitters. Two?
Why?
A detailed series of chitters. I guess we could.
But it sounds like a lot of work.
One confident caw. Guess we better get started.
Okay, then.
Who's this here? All I can read is better days. Better days ahead. Or maybe dreaming of better days once more before going into the ground. And you, my friend, are you looking for a place to rest? This is as good a place as you'll find, I think.
Oh, the eye. Not the middle of the woods. The seer reclined high in a tree, carving fine details into a small wooden pipe.
Tree.
She loved this spot. The height, the distance. She was always at a distance, watching everyone work. From this height, she could see the earth movers shaping the mounds under the draftsman's supervision. She could see him inspecting his plan, the drawing he'd made from her game, the map. Does it work? Oh. I could probably fix it.
Oh, you could definitely fix it, man. And then you'd have a new robot friend.
And then I'd have a new robot friend.
That's what Ezra needs, is more robot friends.
He loves a good robot friend.
Until finally it just gave away. But you did good work. It's not your fault. They didn't let you finish, that's all. If they let you finish, oh, forget about it. This place would be dry as a bone. You always did good work. It's a memorial. Rita tore up weeds. Elmo stood next to her with a bucket. She passed him the uprooted weeds and he stuffed them in the bucket. They worked this way for a few hours. Dark clouds drifted slowly closer, but wouldn't arrive until evening.
Elmo?
Elmo left to get some tea. Rita pulled an apple from her bag and lay her head back onto the overturned dirt. She looked at the sky. For a moment, she looked directly at the sun, then closed her eyes and let the afterimage fade. Elmo came back with a plastic jug of sweet tea. They sat and drank for a while, and then got back to work. The garden was coming along as well as they could hope, given months of neglect. When the plant shut down, the company abruptly pulled out of the area and took a large part of the town's population with it. This included the Carver family, who attended this garden, the largest and most productive in town for years.
Attended?
Now the garden would be cared for by a new family, and feed what was left of the town and whatever it became next. They didn't know much about gardening, but they were prepared to learn on the job. They knew for sure they would plant tomatoes. Those had grown well from this garden in the past. Rita and Elmo worked until it started to rain. The rain washed their sweat into the dirt.
Yeah, I'd be worried about that too.
Well, it isn't just the rodents. The floors are mostly rotted, I think. You'd fall right through. I'm surprised they're still standing after last night.
Oh, the buildings. No, most of them have good bones. It's just these ones the power company built that are rotten. Oh, okay. Yeah, the power company moved in here a while back and set it up like their own little town. For the workers. But they didn't build them too good, huh? It's garbage. They couldn't be bothered. I lived in that one over there, in fact, when I first came here to work at the power plant. Oh, yeah. I wouldn't set foot in there now, though. Aha. Coffee and tunes.
Oh, hi, kitty. Yes, it's a beautiful day. I guess the weather was pretty bad last night, though. You're a chatty one, aren't you?
Fanciful meow.
Sure, whatever you say. All right, well, take it easy.
Clyde lay on his back on the runway, hands folded behind his head, halfway between dreams and the afternoon sun. He entertained the momentary delusion that he'd survived a plane crash and was vaguely unhappy when the dream faded.
Crash?
Coming in to land, he'd slammed into a truck. The driver probably thought the runway was another road.
Road.
The roads were full of trucks coming and going, these days filling the town with strangers, ever since. But he couldn't remember any more of the dream. It was fading quickly and irretrievably, in that uniquely frustrating death of past dreams. All the state said they wanted was to knock down some trees, many trees, and build a road tying this small town to the larger web of streets and highways that entombed the rest of the country.
Larger web.
It would bring in new goods, new people, maybe even some cash from tourism. Many of the residents supported the idea.
But Clyde and his inner circle of stunt pilots turned mail carriers knew that a road would be the end of their secluded paradise. It's the paper boat.
Yeah.
That we
Yeah.
watched for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know how good this game is about saving, but I think this is where we're going to have to leave it
Yeah.
for tonight.
Yeah.
Ephemera? Oh yeah, that's all our stuff. Oof.
Cool.
Well,
Dang.
this game continues to hurt me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It continues to be deeply sad and also achingly beautiful.
It's great.
Yeah, I think we'll be back next week. I actually have to
Yeah.
double check a thing,
You double check.
because it might be the week after, because I have a thing that's coming up soon.
Oh my god, a thing.
Well, there's an eclipse, and I want to go see it. We're gonna have to we're gonna have to travel on a Sunday, if that's a thing. You know where to follow us at Really Playing. We're also on Blue Sky. If you prefer that place like I do. And yeah. Bye, bitches.
Bye, bitches.